Be recording. Okay, we are now recording. All right, Bethy Woodall, are we good?
We are good. We will let everyone in now.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I see all of our participants are coming into the room, parents, teachers, wonderful members of Congress, staff. All right, welcome to our Congressional Award at Home Community. Thank you for joining us today for the first annual Georgia State Ceremony presented by Aflac. My name is Erica Heiss. I serve as the Executive Director of the Congressional Award Foundation here in Washington, D.C. And today we are proud to recognize 54 young people from across the great state of Georgia. And we have some wonderful people with us to help us recognize those students today. Members of Congress, board members, parents, partners, friends, we welcome you. The Congressional Award is an opportunity for all young people across our country. That's why we've established a youth volunteer corps that work diligently to bring the program to underserved and underrepresented communities. Comprised of young alumni, our ambassadors work with local leaders and organizations to identify solutions to barriers like ease of access, socioeconomic status, and educational disparities. So that was our Congressional Award Ambassador program that you'll learn more about a little bit later. A few housekeeping items before we begin. Take a moment to acquaint yourself with the chat box where you can find some valuable information throughout today's event. We want to see cameras on when possible. So for our students that will be sharing with us today, please be sure to let us see you if possible, of course. Today's conversation will be recorded and shared with everyone following this event, and especially for any students who couldn't join us, we want to make sure that they can see today's ceremony. Once our speaking program concludes, we will move to breakout rooms and give everyone a chance to share a little bit about what they did to earn the award today. That's a very important part of this process because we definitely want to hear from our students. Under normal circumstances, in person, you would be coming across a stage and we would be bestowing a medal around your neck today. But since we cannot do that, we would love to hear from you and have a conversation about what you did to earn your award so that you can share your experiences with us and so that we can learn a little bit more about the program. So for all parents and guests, you will be invited to those breakout rooms as well, and we encourage you to stay with us. Well, without further ado, to kick things off today, it is my pleasure to introduce the Senior Vice President and Counsel of Aflac, our friend and our board member, Mr. Brad Knox.
Erica, thank you so much for that introduction and the opportunity to be here today. I want to thank our guests who are joining us today. What a wonderful honor it is to be amongst so many inspiring young people. Welcome to Congressional Award medalists, families, and friends. This, as Erica mentioned, is our first statewide ceremony in Georgia, and we're excited to sponsor that. We would like to extend our appreciation to the members of the Georgia delegation in attendance today: Congresswoman Lucy McBath, Congressman Loudermilk, Congresswoman Williams, Congressman Sanford Bishop, Congressman Carter, and Congresswoman Carolyn Bordeaux. Your involvement in this program means that we will have the foundation to continue on our success from this year and many more to come. I am here on behalf of Aflac, today's sponsor. We have been a longtime supporter of the Congressional Award program in Georgia and nationally. The Congressional Award program helps recognize the positive contributions of America's youth. And today we celebrate you, those students who have met your goals and found ways to give back to your communities. I congratulate each and every one of you for your achievements. I'm also privileged to be here representing the Congressional Award Board of Directors. Again, congratulations to all of you who have been awarded medals. You all have contributed to the betterment of Georgia in such a positive and inspiring way. It is now my pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Lucy McBath of Georgia's 6th District. Congresswoman.
Well, thank you so very much, Mr. Knox. I really appreciate it. And good afternoon, everyone. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you and so pleased to be speaking with each of you today. This event is a wonderful opportunity to connect virtually during what is hopefully the last leg of this public health crisis that has separated our communities across our state and our country for over a year now. We're here to honor a very motivated group of generous and selfless young adults who have persevered through what I'm sure has truly been a very difficult year for each of us. Congratulations to all of you as you receive this incredible award. Each of you has dedicated so much of your time, and you're bettering yourselves and serving your community, and that is really no small task. And I'm so impressed that you have managed to accomplish so much during this very difficult time, when being socially distant is just so vitally important, and when our communities were struggling the most. So I hope that each of you, your friends and your families, feel incredibly proud of the work that you've done to receive this recognition. And you know that the commitment and the time and the energy that you have dedicated has, I believe, allowed you to flourish as individuals as you diligently work to improve our communities. Even the smallest act of service goes a long way and could change a person's life forever, someone that you may never even know. And together, the thousands of hours of service that you all have completed have gone to help more of our neighbors than you may ever know. So that truly speaks volumes to your passion and to the power that you have to make an impact in the world. And it takes great responsibility and dedication to accomplish the goals that you set for yourself. And I'm proud of each and every one of you for achieving the goals that bring us all here today. And to the 14 awardees from our district, the 6th Congressional District of Georgia, present today, I'm so proud to represent you here in Washington. Your work and dedication speak to how much all of you love and appreciate our home, the 6th Congressional District. And thank you for committing yourself to making our district a greater place to live and to work and to play and to thrive. And to all the family and friends and mentors, teachers and community members joining us in this celebration, thank you for your dedication to each of these amazing participants that we're recognizing here today. Your support is so critically important, and the role that you play in the lives of our young people does not go unnoticed, especially by me and by my staff. After this last year, when so many of us experienced loss and sorrow, the accomplishments that all of you have achieved together is truly, truly inspiring. And the work that you put into achieving these milestones represented by this award reminds all of us of the importance of giving back to our communities, giving back to our families, and that creates value in our community. You're reshaping your story by looking deep within yourself to develop the skills that you need to change the world, and then by looking outward to those around you who need your help. So you all give each and every one of us today on this event such a great sense of hope that the next generation is full of young people ready to change the world. This Congressional Award is a testament to your strength and perseverance and is a monumental accomplishment. Thank you all again. I'm so excited to be with you today. Congratulations, and thank you for all that you have done for our community and for our state. God bless you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. And congratulations to you for having the most Congressional Award recipients in your district.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Well, it is now my pleasure to introduce the representative from Georgia's 11th Congressional District, Congressman Barry Loudermilk, who serves on the Financial Services Committee, a committee that we've been privileged to work with our financial literacy programming, and has 7 Congressional Award students from his district today. And without further ado, Congressman Loudermilk.
Well, thank you so much, and so honored to be a part of this. I have done these in the past on an individual basis, usually going to the student's school and being a participant and putting that medal around their neck. It is very inspiring. And first, I want to say thank you to Aflac for your involvement in sponsoring this. And more importantly, I want to thank the parents and the teachers and community leaders who have engaged in this process to help these incredible young people. And more importantly, I want to thank Rebecca and Maya, Robert, Julio, Riley, Theodore, and Sarah from our district that have received this award. This is an accomplishment. No one handed this to you. You earned it. And that's why this is so exciting. We live in an age right now when it seems like so many people they want to have, but they don't want to give back into the community. They expect government to provide everything for them. And it just seems like we've lost this sense of personal responsibility and giving to one another. And this is an exciting time because we see that in you, that you are giving back to the community. The storms that we had just this last week is a reminder of how important it is for community to help community. As soon as those storms have passed, 3 tornadoes touched down right near our neighborhood that I live in. And as we have experienced many times in the past in Northwest Georgia, when tornadoes have come through this area, as soon as the storm had cleared and it was safe to go out, neighbors were helping neighbors. And it reminded me of just several years ago when storms devastated some of the communities here. And the community leaders came together, brought volunteers together, churches and civic organizations went out, and they spent so much time helping others that when the federal government came to help, they realized we're not even needed. The community is taking care of themselves. And that's really the goodness of America, is neighbors helping neighbors. And I'm so excited that you have spent even the community service aspect of this, reaching out to your community. That's what makes us strong. So many people look for Washington, D.C. or Atlanta, Georgia, and the legislatures to fix their problems, when really the answer is within ourselves. If we can just reach out to one another and we learn the needs of each other and be involved in our communities. The communities are the strength of this nation. And so I am so excited to be a part of this, and being on a financial services committee, having Intuit, being involved with the financial literacy model. It's very encouraging to see the partnership between our corporations and the businesses and programs like this. So to Intuit and Aflac and everyone involved, we thank you. Thank you to the parents, the teachers and the community leaders, and most importantly, to those 7 students from the 11th district. Thank you for your willingness to step up, and congratulations.
That's wonderful. Congressman, thank you so much. And we've just put some additional information about that personal finance program in the chat box for any students here that are looking for that. We encourage you to check it out. And now we're going to move to a fellow colleague on the Financial Services Committee from Georgia's 5th Congressional District. My pleasure to welcome Congresswoman Williams. Congresswoman.
Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, Erica, for the introduction. And thank you to Aflac and the Congressional Award board members for making the first Georgia statewide ceremony possible. To the parents, teachers, and community leaders on the call today, I'm honored to join you to recognize some outstanding students in our community, especially the students in my district, Georgia's 5th Congressional District. It's because of your guidance and the hours spent nurturing, mentoring, and educating our youth that they're able to thrive, especially as we maneuver such difficult times. Please know that your dedication to the enrichment of our students is much appreciated, and you too sharing their success. But to the students, I am so proud of you. You're already on a path to leadership, and I wouldn't be surprised to see you running things one day. So to my colleagues on the call, watch out, because we might have some people coming for our jobs soon in Congress. You've already displayed the ability to set personal goals and achieve them while learning to embody leadership qualities like responsibility, trust, and the ability to plan and organize. That makes you more than worthy to receive this congressional award today. As a member of the Financial Services Committee's Diversity and Inclusion Subcommittee, I'm also glad to see Congress's award for young people taking special care on this topic. The Congressional Award has spent 2020 and 2021 giving special focus to diversity, equity, and inclusion in their program. Congressman Loudermilk previously mentioned the award's financial literacy module, which was established as a part of the Congressional Award's Diversity and Inclusion Initiative and is designed for youth of diverse economic and social backgrounds. As someone who was born on a farm in rural Alabama in a home with no indoor plumbing and no running water, I'm proof positive that leaders don't only come from affluent communities. It's important to create opportunities for students from all backgrounds because all anyone needs is that one chance to rise above their circumstances. So when people say that they're living their ancestors' wildest dreams, y'all, I'm not even sure that my ancestors had this dream for me. But now I'm here in the United States Congress representing Georgia's 5th District, and I know that you're going to be doing great things because you already are. Thank you all again for having me, and I wish you continued success in all that you do. And I know that you're going to continue to make Georgia proud.
Congresswoman, thank you for those inspiring remarks. And we love seeing that bookshelf behind you. We're going to have to follow up and check out some of your favorite books so that we can share those with the students and with our staff. Thank you. I love that. It is now my pleasure to introduce Congressman Sanford Bishop of Georgia's 2nd Congressional District, which I know is special in our hearts because it is Aflac's home member. So Congressman, I'm going to turn things over to you.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. I am delighted to be here with you today, speaking with all of you, and it's always a pleasure to be with so many of my congressional colleagues, powerful nonprofits, and the wonderful businesses headquartered here, especially Aflac, my home company, particularly when we are all able to honor the outstanding youth of our state. It has been said that it takes a village to raise a child, and that village is here today. We have so many important community leaders alongside our parents who've worked so hard to raise the outstanding young people we are honoring today. And though they could not join us today, I want to congratulate the 2 young men from my district who are receiving this award, Dorinsky Wooden of Americus and Brandon Moore of Macon. I'm very passionate about the Congressional Award because I believe our society is a better place when our citizens have worked to understand what the world is like for people other than themselves. The 4 parts of this award, voluntary service, personal development, physical fitness, and exploration, are all areas that help young people become more well-rounded and learn about the world. When this award was created, I was in my 30s and well past the age limit of 24. However, I had attended Morehouse College, a historically Black college, where the service aspect of being a good citizen is of utmost importance. HBCUs have a long history of faith, values, and service beyond the world-class education they provide. Many of the people who've been extremely influential in our nation's history have been graduates of HBCUs. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who also attended Morehouse College, Marion Wright Edelman, W.E.B. Du Bois, Thurgood Marshall, Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, and of course, our current Vice President, Kamala Harris. I believe there's a strong overlap between the values you've learned through your Congressional Award journey and the values of HBCUs. Our hope as you are deciding on a college, you will take that into account, especially for anyone who's still working towards a Congressional Award. The community service that is a pillar of HBCU life can be a wonderful way to complete your requirements while getting a degree. I'm certain all of you will remember this time in your life as a proud achievement that helped you become successful adults. Know that everyone here today is immensely proud of you, and we are all excited to see your future accomplishments. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your hard work.
Thank you so much for those words, Congressman. It's wonderful to see you again. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Congressman Buddy Carter from Georgia's 1st Congressional District, who serves on the Committee on Energy and Commerce, Subcommittee on Health, which actually is a committee we work closely with through our health and wellness program. Is the importance of physical fitness, health, wellness, and nutrition is critically important in the Congressional Award program. Our friend, Congressman Carter, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Erica, and thank all of you who are a part of this, and especially thank Aflac. What a great company, my friend Brad Knox. Thank you and your company for all the good things you do for the state of Georgia, and especially for these young people, because they obviously are the future of our country, and we're so very proud of them. I want to particularly congratulate the 2 winners from my district, David Edenfield of Savannah and Matthew Turpin of Blackshear in Pierce County. And both of you are to be recognized. And But before I do, let me also thank all of those, the parents, the teachers, everyone who's been involved in this. This is truly a team sport. We all understand that. You know, one of the things that I say quite often is when I first got to Washington, D.C., I recognized that it is a team sport and you have to surround yourself with good people. And I hope I've done that, and I think I have. Same thing with anything you accomplish in life. You have to make sure that you have a good team, and everyone here, you've had a good team. You've had good supporters, good people who have encouraged you and been with you along the way. But it's you who have done the work. And I want to congratulate you on that and thank you for that, because it's no small achievement. And I hope all of you recognize that what you've done here is certainly something you will be proud of the rest of your life, and certainly something we are proud of. Erica mentioned that I have the honor and privilege of serving on the Energy and Commerce Committee, specifically on the Health Subcommittee, and it is very important. I also, as a professional pharmacist, I serve in the Doctors Caucus in Congress as well, so I'm very active in that, and it's extremely important. Our health and fitness and the physical health and fitness of our citizenry is something that we are all in. We're all involved with, all concerned with, but I especially want to thank you for your emphasis on the mental health of our citizens, particularly during this pandemic. This pandemic has been a trying time for all of us. We all know that, and I'm very concerned about the lasting impact that it's going to have, particularly on the mental health of our citizens. So I thank you for your work on that. I thank you for your attention to that and your efforts toward making sure that everyone is taken care of, because we all are in this together and we have to always keep that in mind. Again, I want to congratulate all of you, and I also want to encourage you. I hope that you'll continue to be involved. I hope that you will continue to put forth your best effort. And with that, I mean, public service. Public service is extremely important. I know how blessed I've been in my life, and I've always wanted to give back, and to give back to the community that's given so much to me, to give back to the state, to the country that's given me such great opportunities, and the same with you. And I want you to know that you are among the best and the brightest that our society has to offer, and we look forward to what you will do in the future with great anticipation. I know that all of you are going to do great things, and I look forward to seeing you do just that. So again, congratulations. Thank Aflac. Thank all of the sponsors. Thank all of the teachers, the parents, but especially thank each and every one of you for your efforts in making this a better country. Folks, we live in the greatest country in this world. You hear about people trying to break into this country, but you don't hear about anybody trying to break out. We do indeed live in the greatest country in the world. And you can call me naive if you want, but I still believe that our greatest times are ahead of us. And it's because of your generation, because of people like you, that I still believe that the greatest times for our country lie ahead of us. Thank you. Thank you, Erica. Thank all of you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Congressman. And we know that you were en route today, so thank you for making the time, because I know that you didn't want to miss this. I also really want to thank you for mentioning the mental and emotional health programming that we're doing, which we've just put into the chat box for those that are joining us. We are continuing those workshops throughout all of 2021 to ensure that all of our young people have opportunities to talk about this important issue, so that we can provide additional resources for students, for parents, for teachers, and guidance counselors who are seeking that out right now for this age group, ages 14 through 24, which is just such a critical time. So thank you, Congressman Carter, for mentioning that. It is now my pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Carolyn Bordeaux from the 7th Congressional District, who serves on the Small Business Subcommittee on Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Workforce Development, which is close to our heart because of all the work we are doing through our Pathway to Career programming with 9 Congressional Award medalists from her district. Congresswoman, I'll give you the floor.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Erica, for the wonderful introduction. And it is great to see everybody here. Thanks so much to Aflac for sponsoring this. And to all the teachers and parents and everyone who put some effort into these young people. I looked at the list of the young folks from the 7th District, and I recognize a lot of names on there. So congratulations to you all for your hard work in this effort and for winning this award. And I've met some of you in person, but look forward to meeting more of you as we get vaccinated and are able to get out more into the community. Very excited for you. As I was preparing for this today, I was really struck that this award and the people on this call are people from both parties. And it's something that I very much appreciated. Congress established the Congressional Award in 1979 with a bipartisan effort. And it has remained that way for more than 40 years, with presidents of both parties renewing this program. And tonight, I'm very glad that we are continuing in that tradition. This is the first time that there's a ceremony being held just to honor our Georgia winners. And again, would like to thank Aflac for making this possible. As you accept your awards tonight, I wanted to share a few thoughts with you. First of all, nobody does this alone. And this is something really central to my story and sort of has led to some of my commitment to public service. When I was growing up, I was the daughter of teachers. And so, they had a real strong community commitment. But kind of this turning point in my life was that my father burned out of teaching. And when I was in high school, he decided to go into business for himself, selling paper animal hats on the streets. And so I spent most of my high school in a weird twist. I did not end up doing things like you all did, but I spent every weekend standing out on the streets in some city hawking hats, these beautiful paper animal hats. And this helped me get into college. So I actually applied to Yale University and wrote this essay about how you sell a paper hat in the rain. And young folks from my community never thought about going to a fancy school like that, but I got in, and it was this fabulous thing for my community that I was able to get into this school. And I went, but while I was there, we hit the recession of the early 90s, and the hat business went under, and my family went bankrupt, and we lost everything. And there was some question about whether I'd continue at this wonderful university, but I ended up going on a Pell Grant, Perkins loans, Stafford loans. But even more important, people in the community chipped in to help me make it. And I worked very hard, of course, as well, and got through. And at the end of my time, the student loan officer sat me down and said, "Young lady, you have a tremendous amount of debt. You need to get a job right away." But my father sat me down and said, "Carolyn, I don't want you to ever forget that this country, your community invested in you, gave you this world-class education. And with that comes a responsibility to give it back to your community." And it's something to reflect on, that a lot of work went into winning this award, and we'll go into many of the wonderful things that you'll accomplish. You do have to work very, very hard. But there is an element where this country and the community, your parents, your family, your community has invested in you and helps you to be successful and to make sure that that hard work is rewarded. And with that comes this responsibility to making your community and improving that as well. And so when I think about what I am doing in this job, I am trying to leave a better country for my son and for all of you. And someday, probably not long, we will be passing the torch to you all to leave the country a better place for your children and grandchildren and for future generations. I would say second, and I'm sure you all have shown this already, but that focus on helping others is extremely meaningful. And a lot of the work that I do now is a member of Congress, I'm very, very committed to grounding these efforts in my community. And recently was able to get some legislation through on a bipartisan basis that extended a loan program for small businesses. And it was something where I talked to small businesses in my community. They brought the concern to me. And then we were able to work on a bipartisan basis to get that legislation through. So always have an eye out for how you are improving your community and making it better. And last, just want to encourage everyone to think outside the box. And, that's one of the great things as you're a young person, seeing things with fresh eyes, to think of interesting ways and interesting angles and approaches to a problem. As you see something around you and you recognize that it needs to be addressed, whether it's homelessness or climate change or, financial problems or disparity or racism, how are we going to tackle that issue? What is a creative approach to it? And when you have those ideas, I want you to bring them to me. We get our best ideas from young people or people who are just facing problems head on and go, you know, gosh, this is something we should change. So with that, I will end. Congratulations so much. And I look forward to seeing what you all accomplish in the future.
What a wonderful message to all of our members of Congress here with us today. Just thank you for inspiring our students, for touching upon just a broad range of different things to continue our motivation, very meaningful words. Thank you all for your participation, for sharing with us, and for encouraging us, because we need these students to keep on going. Go for the gold medal. We hope to see you again when you earn your next award. And we hope that even beyond the gold, you'll continue giving back to your communities, you'll continue goal setting, and always be a beginner at something. Always continue learning something new. I hope we can carry that forward into adulthood for the rest of our lives. That's what we want you to do. Now's the meaningful part for us, because we want to hear from our students. And I know this is not easy, just being virtual, but also that communication skill that we try to provide for our young people to be able to share. It takes a little bit of courage. So I want to thank you all in advance for just gearing up to tell us a little bit about you, what you've done to earn this recognition, and maybe to ask some questions along the way. So get ready, because we're going to be breaking out into our breakout rooms where we'll feel like maybe a little more comfortable in a small group to share and to learn about each other. So we will do that. When we come back, we will conclude with a little bit of a giveaway. We have a great Nike backpack that was provided to us that's full of Congressional Award swag. We'll be giving that away at the end just for fun, just to end things off on a real high note there. But now we want to hear from you. So once again, parents, teachers, friends, members of the House of Representatives, and to our friends at Aflac for making this possible. Mr. Brad Knox, I know you have a team of people here with you from Aflac because they want to hear these stories as well. So we're excited. Bear with us. We're going to get everybody to their room, and then we'll come back together in the end. Thanks again. We know that that's not an easy thing. And so we like hearing about you all and what you've done to earn this, this recognition. You all have accomplished so much already. We know that you are going to keep going and reach the gold medal, and then hopefully continue to give back as an alumni. I mentioned the Congressional Award Diversity Ambassadors earlier, so I just wanted to perhaps we could put something in the chat box about that program for anyone who's interested. We have ambassadors that help to promote the program throughout the country for us on a continual basis. They do all sorts of cool activities. We meet on a monthly basis, and we try to take all their feedback to help shape the programming and the initiatives of the Congressional Award. So if you're interested in working with us, please check that program out, and you could be one of our speakers, panelists, someone who shares with potential partners. It's a lot of fun, I promise. So I am going to conclude. As I mentioned, we had a giveaway. We have a Nike backpack filled with Congressional Award swag. So I do want to make sure that we get that wheel out, Bethy, so we can go ahead and give that away. And while we're doing that, I just want to thank everybody, all the members of Congress. Oh, here we go. Who do we have? Oh, wait. Love this wheel. This is the fun part here. All right, Ms. Hawk. Excellent. Zalia. Okay, so Zalia is getting a Nike backpack. We're going to get that over to you. Very cool. Aflac, we could not put this program together without you. We've seen a tremendous increase in participation throughout the state of Georgia. We're going to continue reaching out. We're going to continue growing and building, and we're going to encourage all of our participants on today's call to share this information with a friend. Try to get some colleagues, at some classmates at school, or folks in your community who might be interested in this type of program. Share that with them. We'd love to have them involved, and we'd love to share this with some of our schools and each of our through each of our congressional offices. So please continue to share the good word. And I just want to thank Congresswoman Williams for joining us, Congressman Bishop, Congressman Buddy Carter, and Congresswoman Carolyn Bordeaux, as well as Congressman Loudermilk for their participation, for being with us to honor all of our students today, to Brad Knox of Aflac, and to your outstanding team there who have sponsored this program. We could not do this without you, as I've said. And I hope that we'll be able to share some cool experiences and opportunities for our students at Aflac. Maybe there'll be some jobs or internships or learning opportunities for our students. That would be a very cool thing. Lance Mangum at FedEx, I want to thank you. Diana, thank you for joining us. Missy Foxman from ESA, our board members, and all of our staff. Thank you for your help in putting today's program together. Okay, guys, with that, we'll be sending this recording out to everyone, and enjoy the rest of the day. Congratulations.